On the morning of December 28th, 2022, Shay started a live stream, completely unaware of the amount of hatred that was about to be unleashed. In the beginning, Shay was ignoring the few negative comments and would only respond to the viewers that were trying to change the subject. Some would assume that she's trying to sweep the inappropriate encounter under the rug, which would make the viewers more determined to pry information out of Shay. A few minutes go by, and viewers are beginning to express their grievances about the situation among themselves and directly to Shay. The negativity was at an all-time high. Most of the viewers believed that she should receive consequences for not protecting her niece from the situation, while others show concern and urge Shay to keep ignoring the hate in hopes of having her explain what truly happened that day. This is where the topic of enabling versus supporting comes into play. You have a group of viewers who want Shay to clear her name if nothing happened to her niece. Then you have the group of viewers who want Shay to ignore the comments in fear that they may lose their daily dose of entertainment. Either way, they all watch the same exact live stream. They had to put two and two together at some point. By this time, the amount of viewers are rising and the comments are becoming more hateful by the second. And being that Shay primarily focuses on negativity, it did not take long for Shay to self-destruct.
Y'all wanna lie on my motherfucking kids? My kids would never do that shit. My kids would never do that. Y'all using my kids to get to me. My kids is good, bro.
As the live stream continues, Shay made a failed attempt to persuade the viewers. She doubled down on her claim that nothing inappropriate happened during the previous live stream. As she's still reviewing the comments, there are a few viewers who strongly advise Shay to calm down and take a break from social media. But let's talk about this. In Shay's mind, she feels that taking a break will give the trolls an advantage to say that they ran her off the internet. Mind you, if you remember part 1, Shay has always had a problem with authority growing up. So, in true Shay fashion, she expressed that there is no need for her to take a break.
No, I don't need to take a break. Motherfuckers need to leave me the fuck alone. I was on here doing my motherfucking makeup. This is the shit I'm talking about. I was on here doing my motherfucking makeup and motherfuckers doing this shit to get to me. I'm tired of this.
Shay is engulfed in rage. Her blood is boiling. The defensive mode is on 100. She's unable to keep up with the comments as she's trying to explain the situation. Shay completely loses her sanity and provided the viewers with one of her most viral moments of all time.
No, he did not say that.
Once Shay was able to locate her phone, she began to look for negative comments to respond to. It became very apparent that she wanted all of the smoke. She's attempted to connect with the Instagram user Cootamommas, who's well known for screen recording and re-uploading Shay's live streams on YouTube. Cootamomma declines the guest request due to Shay's erratic behavior. Soon after, Shay connects with an anonymous viewer who needed to get something off of their chest. Shay starts to taunt the viewer by calling them a fan.
No.
You're a fan.
No, we trying to get them kids taken, baby. We trying to get them kids taken, baby.
I don't give.
There's no doubt that Shay is responding to the viewer out of pure rage. However, once the viewer began to tell Shay that she didn't deserve to have custody of her children, Shay goes for an unforgivable low blow by stating that she hopes the viewer... Just listen to the clip.
Y'all said enough. Y'all said enough.
You don't deserve them kids.
Me, yes, I do.
Your house is dirty. Your kids are dirty, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. They don't bathe.
You don't deserve to live.
No, you're dirty.
You don't deserve to live.
No, no. Let me talk. Let me
I
talk.
hope you get hit by a car.
As the video continues, the viewer asked a question that the public needed to be answered.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Why do you treat my like that?
Why treat my like what?
Shay tries to cut the viewer off from speaking and invite her son to the intense argument. The viewer pleaded to not bring her child into the situation. However, Shay refused. But let's talk about this. Even though the topic of discussion relates to Shay's child, bringing a child into a sensitive discussion will only make the viewers more uncomfortable, and not because of the child's response. Shay approaches her children, mainly her oldest son, with intimidation. Being that Shay's child was around 7 to 8 years old at the time, he sees his mother is visibly upset. Most children see this type of behavior and will say anything to satisfy and de-escalate the situation, even if it means bending the truth. Some may believe that Shay is coaching her children on what exactly to say when being involved in a situation like this. Take a look at how Shay involves her oldest child in this discussion, as this will be a reoccurring theme.
You don't like him. You hate him.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, come here.
Do not bring your son into this. Don't bring your son into this. Don't do it. You look like a clown.
I want to prove a point. Let him talk.
No, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to a child on the internet. No. Scaring him. You're literally scaring your son. Stop.
No, don't I treat you with the same type of love?
Stop involving your son on fucking online stuff. Stop it.
You don't involve on my kids, so I don't involve my kids. If you ain't gonna pull the up, shut the up. Simple as that.
You are.
I just want to apologize. I want to take accountability for some things, not everything. I'm not apologizing to the trolls, to the fans. I'm mainly apologizing to my niece and myself and my kids, not nobody else. I don't care how anybody else feel about me. And I watched the videos. Like, some of the videos are edited. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the videos are edited. I watched some of the videos, and before all this stuff even went viral or whatever got more. Before this stuff got more exposure to it, I was getting harassed by the fans, trolls. These people were sending the police to my house, sending pieces to my house. These people were sending people to my house to take pictures of my house. So that's all I mainly came to say. My main, yes, they were edited. I just watched one. They were edited.
Shay only apologized to her family, specifically towards her niece, her sister, and her children. She's also made an apology to herself for letting certain viewers see her react so negatively. She's made it very clear that she has no intention on apologizing to most of the viewers who had to witness her niece being in danger. Shay then says that she's only taking partial accountability, and this is alarming because she's not remorseful. Being that Shay was a victim of during her adolescent years, you would think that she would take preventative measures to break the cycle, but no. Let's be real, Shay will always have trolls waiting for her to slip up. However, if she would have accepted accountability for the situation, explained to her children why this is considered inappropriate behavior, and follow it up with action, she would not receive a large amount of hate from the public. She could have at least made an attempt to prevent this behavior from happening in the future, but sadly, she swept it under the rug.
Oh my God.
Smack me with that with my boo.
Shay has to realize that those children possibly learned that behavior from either their family, their friends, or the media. When it comes to family, Shay has been very vocal about her experience in situations that's quite similar to what her niece dealt with. So who's to say that the children learned that behavior directly from Shay's household? And as far as media, Shay live streams for hours on end. If she's solely focused on making content, where does she make the time to monitor what her children watch, whether it be on TV or on their cell phones? At this point, the patience is wearing thin from the viewers. They feel offended that Shay is able to carry on in her cyber world after such a disgusting situation was caught in 4K. It did not take long before Shay decided to try and clear her name one last time. In a strange turn of events, Shay agreed to do a one-on-one interview with the well-known media personality Aunt Karen, not realizing that this will be one of the most disappointing moments of her online career.
why everybody looking at me like I allow that because of lies and shit. Like, I'm not like that. Everybody know I'm not like that. If you fuck with me in real life, you know I'm not like that. I was my damn self. So why would you believe that I'm like that? Like, what? That's nasty as hell. I don't let me around my kids who be on that shit, let alone anybody. Let alone anybody. So I don't let that shit be around me at all. Be around me at all. By anybody. Most of the time I'm in this house by my fucking self. So you think I'm gonna allow that shit? Man, go on somewhere, bro. My kids know I love them. Of course, everybody has trauma. I don't see why I'm getting pointed out the most because of my trauma.
Don't help her.
I don't have schizophrenia. I have depression. And I have anxiety. And probably some other stuff. I don't want my kids taken away from me. That's why I haven't posted in a while.
That's nasty as hell.
I don't want my kids taken away from me. I don't care how y'all see it. My kids are good with me. They eat every day. They see me every day. I don't want them with nobody else.
On January 30th, 2023, Aunt Karen began a live stream with the primary focus set on Shay and the inappropriate encounter involving her children. Before Shay appeared, Aunt Karen assembled a live panel with the viewers to discuss what had transpired that day. Some viewers had intentions to be informed on what happened, while other viewers came to voice their frustration about what they witnessed.
We're literally witnessing all of this on live. It's no fabrication, no lies. You can go back and actually watch the videos. He literally has everything on display. And she gets upset that we just go back and repeat what she said. But how are you upset about it when you literally, this is what happened on your live?
As the panel continued to discuss their opinion about the incident, Shay arrived on the panel and made a request for a certain viewer to be removed immediately. Aunt Karen decides to remove everyone on the panel, leaving the ladies to have a one-on-one discussion. Before Aunt Karen could get into her set of questions, Shay felt the need to get something off of her chest.
This is why I did not want to come here. I did not want to come here because, for one, these people have harassed me countless of times. Two, these people make up lies. They make up lies. They make up lies about me. They make up lies about my kids.
Being unfazed by Shay's desperate attempt to play victim, Aunt Karen waits for Shay to finish speaking before she jumps into the questions.
I wanted to talk to you about was the bullying and why do you feel like you were being trolled and being bullied? But also I wanted to talk about the incident that happened with your niece and why people felt so compelled to contact CPS, felt so compelled that your niece was in some sort of trouble at the time.
Shay responds by acknowledging that her niece was in a troubling situation that allegedly had nothing to do with her son.
She was in trouble, but it wasn't my kid.
So it wasn't your son.
Yeah, they going around saying that it was my son. And I already talked about CPS. I already talked to CPS. They gone. They don't need to come back over here. They checked my health out. They said everything is fine. My kids is fine.
As Aunt Karen is trying her best to make Shay realize her faults in the encounter, Shay asks a question that sent the viewers into a frenzy.
But can you admit though, when you were doing, because I watched the live, when you were doing your makeup and you hear her saying, "Don't touch me, don't kiss me, don't touch my all this," you kept doing your makeup. You would pause and then you would hear it and then you would continue. You allowed that assault to happen in your presence.
But how is it when these kids don't know nothing about?
The viewers were shocked with her response. Some believed what Shay said was thoughtless and shameful, and this is where things start to pick up as Aunt Karen and Shay began to argue over one another. Aunt Karen takes this opportunity to explain to Shay what is defined as.
Nothing about
How
that.
do you know it says any unwanted touching in a sexual nature?
Shay starts to deflect by mentioning that the children didn't learn that behavior from her household, even though Aunt Karen never brought that up.
If they learned it from somebody else, they don't have to
learn
just because
they
they're
didn't
kids.
learn it in
How do
my
you
house.
know? You just said they're not your
didn't learn it
kids.
in my house.
You just said they not. It don't matter where they learned it. It mattered that it happened in your presence, and you cared more about getting your makeup done and finished than you cared about your niece crying out for help.
What's odd about this argument is that Shay is the only person that's bringing up her son. Aunt Karen never told Shay that it was her son's fault. She simply wanted Shay to explain what happened during the encounter. So what was Shay's reason for involving her son if the questions were never directed towards him? I don't know. It comes off suspicious, almost in the sense that she's trying to place the sole blame on her nephew. And I say this because the main objective of this one-on-one discussion is to give Shay the opportunity to speak her truth, or lack thereof.
You don't have to know anything. Obviously, they know something. If she's telling him, don't kiss me, don't kiss me, that is a boundary. Boundaries exist no matter how old you are.
I'm still standing on what I said. I'm still standing on what I said.
Shay did not take the time to provide any evidence proving her innocence. She admitted that a situation happened, but because her son was allegedly not involved, she believes that the situation is no longer her issue. Then, when Aunt Karen is trying to make sense of Shay prioritizing beauty over inappropriate behavior, Shay starts to repeat the same response over and over, with an attitude at that. To be honest, Shay was only hearing what Aunt Karen was saying, not actually listening to what Aunt Karen was saying.
He needs to know that that's not appropriate. So that's what you're not understanding. I don't know why you're looking like that, because you know it's true. Trying to have a conversation with you. Your niece was being, and you sitting here worried about your makeup.
That's what I was doing at the time, right? But look, that's what I was doing at the time, right? Of course, okay. I was in the middle of it. Maybe I just paused because I was thinking about what I was gonna say once I got off the live. Maybe I was doing what I was doing to think about what I was gonna say when I get off the live. I don't have to do everything on anybody else's time. I feel like y'all trying to tell me what to do. I'm an adult. I deal with what I deal with off camera. Just me and my sister, we had to talk about this whole conversation. Thanks to these people, I cannot see my niece and nephew.
You shouldn't be able to. You
no,
shut
up.
You should not. No,
you're doing too much now.
No, you're doing too little. You're doing
That's
too
the
much.
Problem.
No, I haven't got you're worried about your makeup, and you look like a clown. You look like a clown. You're worried about your makeup, and that was the problem. While you're a troll. So the problem is, sis, you were worried about doing your clown ass makeup when you should have been worried about your niece. That's why you can't see them right now. You should have been worried about your niece and your nephew with your clown ass makeup at the time. Nobody gives a damn about your makeup skills. Your niece was getting sick in the middle of you doing your makeup. And you think that means something? Your makeup wasn't even that good. You're sad and you're pathetic. Go ahead. Or your sound was muted. Go ahead. You're muted.
Sis bad.
I am mad that a little girl got sick in your presence and you were more worried about your makeup than it didn't even look good. Yes, bitch, I'm mad.
As this discussion is coming to a conclusion, Aunt Karen comes to terms that Shay will not hold herself accountable for any actions pertaining to the encounter. It's truly gotten to a point of no return for Shay, and surprisingly, Shay is showing a positive outlook on being canceled. But don't take my word for it. Let's watch this play out.
Since you've seen everything, did you see the apology video?
I don't give a fuck your apology video.
Did you see
Look
the
how you
apology
sitting here
video?
right now. Look how you're sitting here right now. Why do I care about your apology video? You look how you're sitting right here. No, and I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Did you see the
apology? No,
apology
and I don't care because you obviously didn't mean it, because the way you're sitting here right now, you didn't mean the apology, so it don't matter.
Oh, so now, but you wanted me here though.
You didn't want to come, and yet you came. You didn't want to come.
You sent your people
I didn't send anybody.
So I didn't send
you. You're done.
I pulled up. I've been done. I've been canceled. I don't care.
Yeah, you are done.
I can't speak on my niece's behalf. I can't speak on this. I can't speak on my niece's behalf. because I haven't talked to her. I don't even talk to my sister. I don't even talk to my family, bro. I don't even talk to my family because of the situation. I'm ready to run away. I can't take this no more. I just want people to just leave me the f alone. No matter what I do, they've been eating me up for 2 months now. 2 months now. Now it's more people onto it. It's more people.
Before we get to the next event, I want to quickly discuss one of Shay's more recent charges. On April 1st, 2022, the Department of Workforce Development filed a lawsuit on Shay for unemployment fraud. According to the court documents, Shay currently owes $7,783, and the current status of this case is still pending. There is not much information about the backstory behind this charge. However, it appears that Shay allegedly was trying to scam the system by not reporting her unemployment checks as her income during the time. Usually when these types of charges happen, some courts will either make the defendant pay the full amount in a lump sum, they'll garnish their wages from their paychecks, or withhold their refund during tax season. Unfortunately, there has not been an update since the lawsuit was filed. This is still considered an active warrant, so I'll be sure to report back once more information has been released.
And matter of fact, them were grown adults. Them motherfuckers in college. At that.
So therefore, somebody's lying.
On April 23rd, 2023, Shay started a live stream with the sole purpose of addressing the claims about her taking part in an explicit group chat allegedly involving minors. Just to give some background, there's no exact time when this group chat was created. However, from the screenshots, it appears that Shay took part in this group chat around April to May 2019. Mind you, in 2019, Shay was around 25 years old. Let's just jump into Shay's responses. Being that the group chat was allegedly involving minors, Shay would share with everyone some very disturbing stories, like this story for instance. Shay sent a message venting about a troubling situation involving her children. She starts by saying that her children was roughhousing in her home, which caused Shay to tell them to chill out. Once Shay went back to check in on her children, she caught her younger son doing an inappropriate act to her older child. Shay then says that she punished her older son by giving him an old slave ass whooping. Even though her story was disturbing, there was a particular response that can only be described as pure disgust. Someone from the group chat allegedly asked Shay if her younger son liked it, and also tries to convince Shay to perform the same act to her older son in hopes of him realizing that that act was weird. But it doesn't stop there. Shay brought up her promiscuity on the group chat, explaining how she needs to release her pent-up aggression. Shay also tries to solicit drug use in the group chat by mentioning that she wants to try cocaine with them, which is very concerning. Shay has been consistent with the fact that she only likes to drink alcohol, so why would she feel the need to try and solicit drug use to alleged minors? Shay also requested that the females in the group chat should share pictures of them wearing lingerie and bathing suits. What's important is the alleged responses in the group chat about their age. As you can clearly see, some of the folks in the group chat are very adamant about their age. One of the key responses in this text thread is someone saying that everyone is accepted as long as you're over 13 years of age. You can take a look at this text thread and decide whether or not this is appropriate for her to be involved in.
Me, bro. These people never speak on what they do. Like, and then on top of that, I see y'all do this to everybody else too. Like, come on now, y'all ain't got no life, bro. Y'all ain't got no life, bro. Y'all ain't got no life. 20-year-old in college. That's my thing. When I went viral, most of the people that I was talking to was in college, not in high school. If they was in high school, they'll be on my Instagram lives, or they'll be, they'll be in my DMs where I wouldn't even answer it. They claim they got the proof, bitch. Show the whole group chat. Show the whole group chat from when it first started. What would y'all do if somebody lied on your name? How would y'all feel? leaving the internet, no matter how much y'all want me to. There is no proof. There is no proof. And my thing is, why would you wait until 2023 to say something? Y'all you wait until 2023 to say something when you could have said something right then and there in that group chat. You could have said something right then and there that time, that day. If you felt uncomfortable, you could have left. You could have left the group. I know who was in that group. I know who was in that group. We in 2023. We damn near got robots now. So the lies need to stop. Tell them to post the whole group chat. Tell them that. Tell them literally to post the whole group chat. Tell them to post everything. I want them to post everything from beginning to the end. Y'all really waiting until 2023 to try to drag my name. I can't wait until I find out who did this shit. I'm beating y'all fucking ass, and that's on my dear brother. If a bitch want a problem, she come get the mother problem, and that's on my brother. I'm standing on that, and I'm gonna have the same energy in person too. I beat anybody's ass. That's what y'all failing to realize. Whether I take accountability for it, y'all still gonna talk about it. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter what I post, y'all still gonna talk about it.
Before we jump into the next major event, I want to take this time to discuss a concept Shay developed that takes a major part in a severe battle that she's currently going through.
I'm gonna shut up. I went to the point where I just want to accept me. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna trust you whether I'm bro. I'm not even drunk, but all I'm saying is, did y'all just not hear me? Did y'all not just hear me? One, everybody know I'm an alcoholic. Everybody know I'm an alcoholic. Everybody know I'm an alcoholic.
Everybody know I'm an alcoholic.
For those who are still unfamiliar with Shay's habits, she's made it well known that part of her online content consists of her having an adult beverage or two or more. During the early years of her online presence, her drinking problem was well concealed. Viewers never suspected that Shay, out of all people, was off the bottle. It wasn't until the COVID-19 pandemic where Shay gave birth to an online concept. A concept where viewers can kick back, relax, have themselves a drink, and enjoy some tunes with one another. This concept was originally called CLR, which stood for Club Living Room. After a failed rebrand earlier this year, it is now called KLR. KLR is supposed to emulate an online version of a night lounge. Most of the time, she'll be wearing an inexpensive outfit with a full face of makeup. There's usually some sort of backdrop in the background. For the longest time, the backdrop was a green sheet. Then she changed the backdrop to a shimmery champagne-colored sheet. And as of right now, the backdrop is what can be described as a colorful sheet of aluminum foil. Shay would participate in this online lounge with hopes of making it socially acceptable to drink during her live stream. At first, this was a concept Shay only would do during the weekend. But as time went on, she would eventually have KLR almost every night. In her mind, she sees this concept as a success. She's able to charge her viewers $1 for song requests and interact with them intimately. But what she didn't realize was that KLR will ultimately take a major part of her downfall.
Where you find this person at?
On YouTube.
Was you just scrolling or somebody sent it to you?
I found it on the thing.
You ain't got a lot of them. Where did you find it? On TikTok or did you find it on YouTube?
I found it on YouTube.
Okay, I reward you for that. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. I'm not gonna give you a long speech. I reward you for that for finding it on YouTube. What? Yes. But yeah. I wish I knew what you know. You okay? You want your phone back? Here you go. There's your phone back. I'm only doing certain things right now. I'm only on live right now just so people don't be on here lying as they do. I'm gonna just we gonna do a private prayer for you. Okay, we're gonna do a private prayer for you. Just go in your room. Just go in your room, okay? Just go in your room. Just go in your room. Just go in your room. I love you, okay? I love you, okay? I love you, okay? Go in your room. 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 Please go in your room.
On the morning of June 1st, 2023, Shay started a live stream visibly upset due to the fact that the subreddit page Apple Store Queen V2 was able to obtain a sensitive document pertaining to her oldest child's attendance in school. As I'm reviewing this document, I honestly am in disbelief. Shay made a bold move and allowed this mess to happen. The document clearly states that in the 2022 to 2023 school year, Shay's oldest child has missed approximately 94 days of school. Mind you, depending on the state, any child that misses a certain amount of days in school can result in the parent possibly paying a fee or even serving jail time. Once Shay caught wind of this information, she went absolutely AWOL, and instead of addressing the main issue being the reason behind her child missing so many days of school, this is what she had to say instead.
And I'm going to keep saying this. If you want smoke, come get it. Don't call the police. Don't call CPS. Bitch, I want you. The main person who doing this, I want you. If I'm a deadbeat, I'm a deadbeat. But what you not finna do is sit on this internet and make me seem like I'm a terrible mother. Because my kids, them kids up in there, they need to be in my care. They don't need to be in nobody else's care. It makes it seem like y'all gonna get them. Y'all ain't gonna get them. I don't have to explain to y'all why he missed so many days of school. I don't have to explain to y'all none of that. I really don't. Because for one, y'all not God. Y'all not the police. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't have to explain nothing. When I move from here, ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know in school. None of that. The only reason they know he missed school is because it's a Milwaukee public school. That's the only reason they know that. I give them that. But y'all digging too deep in my business. But for y'all to not to care, as y'all be saying in the comments, we don't care, nobody cares. But y'all care enough to go searching up something that ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't owe y'all no explanation. I just said that. I do not owe y'all no explanation. Y'all are not nobody to owe an explanation to.
This is a major issue that actually ties into a lot of upcoming events in this documentary, so we'll definitely continue this discussion at a later time.
I was one of many teachers' aide at his school. This Reddit has been going around the social circles among the staff at FHA school, and I finally decided to check it out. Things are a lot worse than we all thought. I'm absolutely appalled to see Shay behaving this way on social media, and I'm embarrassed for her and him. He's a very shy, quiet kid. He misbehaves, like most boys do, but he's not a bad kid, just misunderstood. I've seen him cry many times in class and at recess because he is constantly bullied. The other kids bully him for his hair, which is often not cut or groomed, or when it is cut, it's shaved off and uneven. They bully him because he often shows up to school with dirty clothes that don't fit, either too big or too small. They talk about his shoes being dirty and him not wearing socks or clean socks. On one occasion, he showed up to school in the rain with a giant hole in his shoe. We found him a pair of shoes that fit from the lost and found, and he had those same lost and found shoes on every time I see him at school. Staff has even had to call Shay because some days his body odor would be so bad and so foul that it was unbearable for students and staff. Shay has even showed up for a parent/teacher conference smelling of body odor. I just wanted to give a bit of insight into the type of mother we observe Shay to be and the type of child we have observed him to be. Rest assured that FHA is active in this Reddit group and they are taking all of your comments and concerns seriously, and they are having the appropriate conversations with not only the school board, but DCFS/CPS. I hope this post will put those of you who are truly concerned for his well-being at ease, knowing that there are people who care and are doing all that they can to help this situation. Appreciate your time. I'll be popping in from time to time giving updates and also staying updated.